Dun, 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 I'm back. Okay, so I've been gone for a while. You probably haven't noticed because I'm not very popular on the internets right now. But anyways, this is just temporary, I assure you. But anyways, the reason I'm making this video is because yesterday on the Magic Sandwich Show, something pissed me off so much that the next day I'm still thinking about it and thinking, God, that really pissed me off. It pissed me off so much that I was ready to go call into the actual show to ask him, a single question, because it was really, really annoying. I'm sorry, I'm trying to fool with settings right in the middle of the video, and it's really rude, and I probably shouldn't do that. But I'm going to, so I'm going to stop the video. Okay, so anyways, what was happening yesterday on the Magic Sandwich Show that was pissing me off so much was one of their guests, their most outspoken guest. Take a guess as to which one that is. He kept saying things like, well, from your worldview and from your assumptions and from blah, 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 and, I've got my assumptions and you got your assumptions. And it's like, no. You may have assumptions, but I don't have assumptions. I dislike assumptions. I try to eliminate assumptions. I don't like assumptions at all. No assumptions necessary. What we have, he kept saying things like, have you ever seen someone who can't just assume the floor is there? They don't believe that the floor is there, and so they're stuck in their chair all day, and they'll crap themselves in the chair because they won't get up and go to the bathroom because they can't get up and go to the bathroom because there's no floor. Well, holy crap. Well, guess what? I don't ever assume that the floor is going to be there, okay? I have almost 30 years of built-up daily experience that shows me that the floor is in fact there, it is able to support me, and that it's able to support everybody else. So no, I don't just assume that my fucking floor is going to support me when I walk on it. I don't assume this, I don't assume that, I don't assume that when I sit in a chair, it's not going to fall to pieces. There is a small chance that it might fall to pieces when I in fact sit on the chair. But in all likelihood, the chair has been built with the, necessary specifications to in fact hold people off the fucking floor. So I don't assume that the chair is going to hold me off the floor. I have like I said, almost 30 years of direct experience, 30 years of experience of watching other people sit down in chairs without having to worry about the chairs giving out under them. And yes, I have had an old crappy chair give out under me before. It sucks. But no, maybe for the next week or two I was slightly more hesitant to just sit in a chair blindly, but for the most part, my chair phobia is over with. I'm able to just reach for a chair and sit in it without testing its stability or durability or or its structural integrity or whatever the fuck you want to call it. But anyways, he just kept saying, well, the assumptions from your worldview and assumptions from my worldview. And let me give this dude a little hint, okay? Assumptions don't help anybody. Assumptions ain't helping anybody prove any case anywhere anyhow. Assumptions never done anybody any favors. Even things with like shitty, crappy, anecdotal evidence have at least something behind them that might lead you to suspect something. But assumptions don't even have that. That assumption is worse than the worst type of evidence that you could ever decide to use ever. I don't know if I can make that point enough. Assumptions are worse than the worst evidence. Don't use them. You are not going to find the truth by using assumptions. I could assume that right now Big Bird is standing behind me. He's not, by the way. In my room. I could assume that. See, the problem with assumptions is I can use an assumption to prove something that I know is false. And if you can use a tool to prove something that you know is false, that means that tool is completely fucking useless for determining what's true and what's false. I don't know if anyone ever clued in Rolf to this little scenario, But if you use bad lines of reasoning and evidence, and you can prove some stuff that we know ain't real, then those lines of reason and evidence are fucking useless for determining what's real. That's just how it is. And I'd like them to invite Sam back, because I really didn't get to hear much of Sam, because Rolf kind of dominated the show. Anytime someone asked Sam a question and Rolf didn't like the way he answered, he was sure to jump in and be like, oh, well, this is why, and he'd ramble on, and it was quite humorous. I'm gonna be honest. I do watch the Magic Sandwich Show for a lot of lulls. You know, I like to have the serious discussion, but I also sometimes laugh at the crazies. It's just part of the entertainment. And I want to demonstrate how much I actually like DPR, so I hate having to disagree with DPR, because DPR said that he just does assume that the floor is going to be there, and I don't assume. And I'm sorry for having to disagree with DPR. But I want DPR to know how much of a fan I am by showing off my Doctors Without Borders little sports squirty cup. Oh, yes, I can pronounce the French. Médecins Sans Frontières. I took a few years of French. That's the only reason I know that. I can also prove how big of a fan I am. You don't have to assume that I'm a fan of DPR and the Magic Sandwich. I will use some evidence and shit to you know, show you, to demonstrate. There it is. There's Royal Mail. You know, the fucking Royal Mail. I may have to blur out some of these numbers on here. I'm not sure if anyone will even be able to read them anyways. And of course, I saved the package because it has a signature from the man himself, DPR Jones. So I am a big fan, but I think you're wrong because, well, I'm just going to assume you're wrong. I don't think I need to go any further than that. But anyways, so it was a good show yesterday. I enjoyed it. It riled me up enough to actually get on here and make a video again, which is good. I haven't been making videos lately because, frankly, shit tons of stuff has been happening in my life, and it's been difficult lately. So, anyways, I think I'm done yelling at the camera for right now. You guys take it easy. You guys keep on making those good old tasty magic sandwiches, and I'll wash them down with some gin and tonic, and we'll be all good. Now we just need some like supernatural potato chips to get it on the deal, and we can have a little meal. But you guys take it easy. I'm out.